Well, I'm sure you were caught in it today as Kentuckiana races from near drought to flood warnings all in a matter of days. Flooded streets and people rescued from their cars. A soaking mess, and we've got a lot of coverage for you ahead on today. Hello, everybody. I'm Doug Proffitt.
And I'm Connie Leonard. Thankfully, at this hour, the rains have stopped, and we have a situation now that's improving by the hour.
We are counting those hours. Believe me, 4 hours today, though, it was a set of major problems throughout the morning and early afternoon. Take a look. Louisville first responders headed to reports of water rescues and cars stuck in the floodwaters here at 11th and Hill. One car got caught in the rising water. The driver had to be rescued to dry ground. MSD also responded, putting up cones and barricades to block off the area. Team coverage for you tonight at 5. Ian Hardwitt and photojournalist Jessica Farley live from U of L. Alex Dieterer and photojournalist Aspen Hester are tracking delays with some school dismissals.
But first, we want to get you straight to Chief Meteorologist Mallory Snell for the latest. Hey, Mallory.
Hey there. Heavy rainfall, as I mentioned, thankfully quickly moving out of the Kentuckiana viewing area. So we have been seeing those improving conditions really over the last hour or two. This is moving closer to the Lexington metro and more so into eastern Kentucky and West Virginia. So it's moving very quickly on out of here after the flooding rains that we did see this morning. Thankfully, no active flash flood warnings in place for the Kentuckiana viewing area. We did have one for the Louisville metro area through 2:15. That was allowed to expire on time, and then the one that was off to the east was allowed to be canceled early. So the one that we have left is more so in the Lexington area through 6:30 tonight. But take a look at these impressive rainfall reports. Ranges between 2 to 5 inches of rainfall since midnight. The heaviest corridor slicing right through the Louisville metro area, where we had reports of more than 4 inches at the airport, some reports of over 5 inches in J-Town. So this makes Louisville's third wettest October day on record here, with 4.22 inches as of last check at the Louisville International Airport. That heavy rainfall will continue to push eastward through Kentucky here. We could see some spotty activity form off to the northwest, but not looking at any flooding concerns from that. Otherwise, just some lingering clouds overnight before some nice sunshine returns for your Wednesday. We'll talk much more about reports across Kentuckiana and your drier 7-day forecast coming up shortly.
All right. Thanks, Mallory. Well, that rain came down faster than expected today, backing up low roads for hours as they drained out.
5 inches in J-Town. Just incredible numbers there. We just heard from Mallory. So our Ian Hardwitt and photojournalist Jessica Farley, they've been out all over the place in the rain this afternoon. And Ian is joining us live right now from U of L's campus. And Ian, can you tell us how high that water, how did it peak there where you're located?
Doug, it was easily over 10 feet. If I was standing here 4.5 hours ago, my head would be completely underwater. You can see this bridge behind me over here. It marks up to 8 feet, but that water was easily clearing that by 2 or 3 feet as those afternoon deluges were coming down. You can see all the mud is actually caked on the ground out here still. All of this washing up into those catch basins in the sewers. That's a tricky situation that we'll tell you about a little bit later. We want to tell you how many emergency calls came into Metro Safe 911 here in Louisville. About 30 calls here as of 5 o'clock. And as you'll hear, one person got some special advice from their dispatcher this morning.
Someone called and said, hey, my car is stuck in the water here. What do I do? And that's what our call taker, they jump into action and they say, as long as you feel safe and comfortable to get out of your car, that's the best thing that you can do while we ask for first responders to arrive.
Monica Harkins at Metro Safe tells us the calls for water emergencies are still coming in. MSD added that by now, most places should be drained out.
If it does not drain, that means there's a clog somewhere, so call MSD, 502-540-6000. We've got nice people that will talk to you and take the information and send somebody out to see what's clogged.
And here's an example of what Cheryl Lauder there from MSD is talking about, a catch basin that was all clogged up after those roadways backed up. As for how many more emergencies there are in the city, we're supposed to hear an update from Metro Safe around 8 o'clock. We'll bring you that update later tonight on the night team. For now, I'm live for WHAS11 News. Ian Hardwitt on your side.
All right, Ian, thank you so much for that report. And one JCPS school in the Newburgh neighborhood had to wait for dismissal early this afternoon. It was on hold for a bit.
Tense few hours down there, Connie, at the George Unseld Early Learning Center. They had to wait for the water to go down so parents in the cars could access the place. WHAS 11's Alex Dieter, photojournalist Aspen Hester, spent some time at the Unseld Center today. And Alex, did everybody get out okay?
Doug, thankfully all of the parents were able to get their kids after the floodwaters receded and they were able to get into the school. But just take a look around. I mean, the sun is out and the birds are chirping. Just a testament to what a couple hours can do. We're here now at Trunel Elementary School right off of Dixie Highway, and you can see behind me the parking lot is cleared. They were dismissed around 2:10 this afternoon, but I want you to take a look at the Unseld Early Childhood Center, also dismissed at 2:10. Take a look at their parking lot earlier today. So you can see the parking lot is just flooded with water. I did talk to MSD earlier today, and they said that they got a call around 12:45 this afternoon about the flooding. They said the ditches in the rear of the school were flooded and there was a system overload. MSD did confirm there was no water in the building, and I also spoke to JCPS, who said the district called MSD as soon as the parking lot flooded. The Unseld principal said that the students' day was not interrupted. They went about it as a rainy day and had snacks and nap time, and then around 2:30 this afternoon is when parents were able to move in to pick up their kids. LMPD officers letting cars in 10 at a time. The parking lot was clear around 3 p.m. That's the latest information we have around JCPS, and later on we'll hear from parents and after-school program leaders. For now, live off Dixie Highway, Alex Dieter, WHAS 11 on your side.
And if you don't have our free mobile app, now is a good time to download it. It's as easy as scanning the QR code that's on your screen right there. We'll let you know if severe weather moves in. We'll also stream all of our newscasts on it in case you lose power.
More top stories for you. Take a look at this scene this morning at Louisville's Bowman Field. From WHAS 11 photojournalist Emma Gefter on the scene. Right in the middle of the heavy downpours, this small business jet landed at Bowman Field and then skidded right onto the nearby Seneca Golf Course. It took out fencing along the way. The airport authority says it went several hundred yards off the end of the runway. 2 pilots and 2 passengers were on board the Cessna. All were alert and speaking with airport staff following the incident. The plane is not based at Bowman Field. It was en route to Louisville on a scheduled flight, but this is the 3rd plane-related incident in Kentuckiana over just the past few days.
Now to more of our top news stories today. 2 men, one of them a pastor, are accused of stealing wallets from elderly women, then spending that money on gift cards.
Louisville police say they racked up more than $5,000 in fraudulent charges. WHAS 11's Conroy DeLucia and our senior photojournalist Alyssa Newton found that LMPD is now looking for more victims to come forward. Conroy?
LMPD arrested Nathaniel Porter III and Virgil Mosey on Sunday. Mosey, police confirm, is a local pastor who was on his way to church when they found him. Now, looking through old Kentucky court documents back in 2009, Mosey pleaded guilty to theft by unlawful taking and fraudulent credit card use. We've also learned he's currently facing charges outside of the state. The parking lot of New Christian Church of Jesus Christ was mostly empty Tuesday morning. At least 2 were inside, at moments peeking through the blinds. But no one came to the door when we knocked, and that was just feet away from a sign bearing the name of the pastor, Virgil Mosey.
They would just stroll around like they were shopping, kind of to blend in.
Last month, LMPD says 3 different times Mosey or Nathaniel Porter walked into a store.
Push carts around as if they were shopping and then find a victim and snatch their wallet and leave.
On September 18th, police say one of the 2 men walked into this Meijer on Dixie Highway, approached a woman's cart, and grabbed the wallet from her purse, then left. Shortly after, they both walked into a Walgreens less than 3 miles down the road and tried to spend more than $400, a purchase that was declined.
Thanksgiving is coming up. Christmas is coming up. People are going to be lurking.
Councilwoman Tammy Hawkins was alarmed, not just by the alleged crimes, but the victims, elderly women.
It saddens me that it seems as if our most vulnerable population is being attacked right now. That's very concerning.
Once arrested, Sergeant Joe Keeling with LMPD says Mosey actually confessed to the crime.
He said that they were going out looking for vulnerable people.
The warrant connects Mosey and Porter to 3 of these cases and charges that include engaging in organized crime and credit card fraud.
We know that there's going to be more victims out there, and we want to get justice for those victims.
We have confirmed that there are warrants out for Mosey outside of the state in the Ohio cities of Mason and Fairfax, where police say he was charged last year with complicity to a theft. And here in Louisville, Councilwoman Hawkins says neighbors and friends do need to look out for the elderly.
If you're a neighbor, start looking out for your neighbor, right? I'm going to ask everyone to step up.
LMPD says they're already looking into a 4th case and they're still taking phone calls. If you believe you may be a victim or know of a victim, you can call the anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD. Reporting, Conroy Deluche, WHAS11 on your side.
Thank you very much, Conroy. One of the Democratic candidates in the campaign for Jefferson County Clerk isn't happy that Mayor Craig Greenberg has appointed one of the other candidates in the race to fill the job in the interim.
State Senator David Yates is set to serve as the interim Jefferson County Clerk. Mayor Greenberg appointed him last week following the passing of longtime county clerk Bobby Holzclaw. But one of the candidates for county clerk says Yates is the wrong choice. Once Yates is county clerk, he'll have to give up his seat in Frankfort, and Roz Welch says Yates is needed there. Welch says this is a critical time in Frankfort and we need a strong voice there like Yates.
We have to get out the information that there is an election happening. We have to notify voters to show up to an election that's off books.
Well, Welch also told us she's been considering running for the county clerk position since 2020. Now, she's running on the accountability in the county clerk's office. She says she wants the office to admit when they do something wrong and give people the resources they need to fix whatever the issue may be. The Derby City will be hosting royalty beginning next year, sort of. The United Football League announced today the Louisville Kings will be the newest sports team to call the Metro home. They will be playing at Lynn Family Stadium, and according to the Associated Press, Orlando, Florida, and Columbus, Ohio are also joining the league. San Antonio, Detroit, and Memphis, Tennessee are out of the league, a strategy to get into smaller stadiums. Sports reporter Sarandon Raboyne will be in studio at 5:30 to talk more about the announcement.
Right here next, U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi is on Capitol Hill as lawmakers question her. The topics she was being pressed on today coming your way after this.
And here's a check of today's Kentucky Lottery jackpots. Mega Millions, $547 million. Powerball, $223 million.
The Kentucky Lottery, funding education for over 1 million Kentucky students.